probably Arizona, heads into this bunker, walks into it and says, I'm going to stop Judgment Day, right? He walks into this bunker, though, but there's all these old computers. Now we're dating ourselves. You know, I think you dated yourself, Janine, with the luggable. And so I'm going to do it now with paper, tape, and punch cards, right? And so there's these old computers in there. And he walks in there and goes, this is obviously isn't Skynet, right? And so, but he also makes this great realization is that, you know, maybe I'm not meant to stop Judgment Day. I'm meant to survive it, right? And so that's the way we think about AI. And I love what Yasu said, that AI is really augmentation, is that we're not going to stop AI, right? We don't even need to merely survive it. We need to thrive with it. So how do we go from fear of stopping it to, you know, worried about survival to now capitalizing on AI to thrive with it? And so I have a nice concept here. How do we thrive with AI, right? And I want humans to thrive with AI. And so a couple of things that we're going to do, you know, from a common standpoint, we know that there's the ills of AI. It can hallucinate, it can be wrong, it can be biased, it can use copyrighted information, those kinds of things. But we need the ultimate cure for that, is the human in the loop, right? And so our strategy is all built around the human in the loop. And that you cannot substitute the AI's judgment for your own. So if you use an AI to create whatever it is you're going to create, and you send that out into the world, it's yours. That's not the AI's, that's yours, right? And so the human in the loop is an absolute necessity to ensure that we have productive and responsible AI. And so, as I mentioned in the beginning, that goes, the human in the loop means bots plus AI. I think Yasu said augmented, right? It's like intelligent assistance, it's like assistive intelligence, all of those things, augmented, you know, intelligence, all of those things are what AI is about. And so a bot plus humans makes us exponential, right? And through that, we think that there's really a couple of great use cases. Number one is we call it AI-led design. So as we think about moving from analyst-led design to AI-led design, makes us create better products, whether we're designing networks or plants or lines. All of those things can be done with AI. We know about hardware and engineer productivity, another great use case for AI. Intelligent summarization, like we see with note-taking, another great use case for AI. The last great use case, I think, you know, this idea about changing a customer experience by giving them a customized, generated experience that meets their needs. So you meet your customers where they are versus where you want them to be. And so those are some of the great, amazing things that we can do with AI. And those are the things that we're doing at Cummins. And we're trying to make sure that we, you know, we're looking at in all the corners, like we talked about innovation. There's great ideas out there about how to leverage AI to improve the way that our improve our customer experience, improve employee engagement, and improve the way that our leaders function. And so we're looking for improvements all across the board. So that's the way that we think about AI. We're going to thrive with AI. And I look forward to the day when we all thrive with it.
Thank you for that. It sounds like a great slogan for a t-shirt. Let's thrive with AI. And we can't lose sight of the empathy, right? Because like you say, it's AI plus humans together, you know, will just enhance that experience. So now we've talked about a lot of the positives. Let's switch gears a bit and think about what are the primary challenges faced by businesses in implementing technology-driven solutions to enhance that employee engagement and satisfaction. So Yasu, let's start with you.
Yes, our challenge is talent acquisition. So there are two types of talents. One is human resources. The other one is human capital. As long as we call them as human resources, it's the cost side on our P&L. But I would expect the talents like human capital, which can be the intangible asset on the balance sheet. Those talents should be embracing the corporate culture, Rakuten Shugi, as the employee value proposition platforms. But we are always facing the challenges around talent acquisition.
So if you had to describe the challenge for talent acquisition, are you looking for a different type of an employee with a different type of skills?
Of course, we respect diversity and inclusion, any nationalities, any educational backgrounds. but someone who has a very strong expertise and commitment to get things done.
Thank you for that. Earl.
Yeah, I would align with Yasuo on that. When we think about the challenges of really adopting any technology, I think there's a couple of them. Number one is this notion that I mentioned, this fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? Right? And there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt around, is AI coming for my job? And we do know that there's going to be challenges associated with retooling people for the next economy. But if you look historically, between the agricultural economy to the industrial economy to the information economy to the digital economy and now the experience economy, each previous economy, the labor associated with that previous economy, has had to shift to the new economy. So there's a huge retraining and opportunity for us. And so that's the challenge. That's how do we retrain people for this new economy to be really effective? I mean, because if we went back to the steam engine, there used to be everything manufactured was all done by steam, but then the electric motor came and disrupted the steam industry. But those steam engineers became electrical engineers, and we actually multiplied manufacturing jobs and capabilities by doing that. We need to do the same in this new economy. In the AI-driven or AI-inspired economy, what are those new roles? How do we retool our workforce so that we can, in fact, deliver on the vision bots plus human can help make us exponential? And part of that retooling means that we have to think about new roles. And I think the new roles are going to be coming out there like we have an AI engineer. That's a new role, right? An AI artist. I love this concept of AI artistry because what it means is that there's lots of different models. There's over 880 kind of different models out there. But who can weave those models together, right, and create something amazing, right? And I call that the AI artist. That's the domain of the human being. And so let's focus on these jobs that are really going to be part of the domain of the human being. Like for instance, there's a great book called Genius Makers that talks about this, and Move 37 is in the book, and it talks about the predictable move that the machine made that beat the world champion Go player, but also the world champion Go player in Game 4, I believe, Move 78 was the move that the human created that actually beat the machine. Right? And so Move 37 is the domain of the machine. Move 78 is the domain of us humans. And so let's focus on giving us the tools and the capabilities, right, to address the challenge about what does the future look like with exponential humans, and we're leveraging AI to make the world better. And so let's face that challenge together. And I think, it's an amazing challenge. I think you're right. The talent one is the one that, what do we do with the talent? How do we reskill and retool the talent that we have to prepare it for tomorrow's future? And that's what we have to solve.
I like your AI artist concept. We have a similar one called data artist. Since AI is an algorithm, unless otherwise AI has a huge, meaningful data, it does not mean anything. So we call them data artists.
I love it because I think this future, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So let's create those roles, and then let's get the right training and tools for those roles for data artists, for AI artists, for digital anthropologists. Let's create those roles, and let's move from STEM to STEAM, right? Because I think if when we inject art into science, technology, engineering, math, we can create and design amazing experiences for human beings to thrive in. And so that's the way we're going to thrive with AI, is by creating these roles that Yasu has in his team, and we're thinking about it. But if we intentionally do it, we can then prepare the entire population for the next economy.
Excellent.
Great times ahead, that's for sure. So now, with everything else, it comes down to being able to measure success. So how are you tracking ROI of your technology investments? Yasu, let's start with you.
Yes, that's a very important topic. And internally, we are using TBM, Technology Business Management, which is visualizing our IT investment to the business values. So TBM is a common framework across the world, and major IT companies are using that. And we are just following the TBM framework.
Thank you, Yasu. So in closing, What advice would each of you give to the audience on how to enhance the employee experience with technology? Just a one line.
Yeah, so for me, I think you asked for one line, you know. So I think
all right, maybe two.
Maybe two. Right? Oh, well, there's a construct here, and I'll give you the one line, but I'll give you the construct first. And so there's a construct called the 6-word story, and it was made famous by Ernest Hemingway, where he was challenged to write a story in 6 words. And this story was for sale baby shoes number 1. And so what that tells you that in 6 words you can say something really impactful. You can invite the audience to go in and ask a little deeper. You can create a feeling within 6 words, so you don't have to be really worried to be impactful. So my 6 words around technology, you know, for technology leaders and those of you who are listening to this call on a worldwide basis, I say these are my 6 words for technology. Embed yourself, use it, drive it.
That sums it up. Thank you so much, Earl. Yasu, what advice would you give?
Yes, we have to continue to enhance the IT literacy of all the employees. Besides the very strong vision and the purpose of the company provided by the top executives, including CEO, we need a kind of platform to connect everybody, bond everybody, collaborate with each other as one team. And I believe technologies can complement each other against the company's strong vision and purpose. And I am sure Zoom will continue to support us to enable all our employees to that direction.
Thank you, Yasu. Thank you, Earl.
Can I jump in? Yeah, I will jump in on that because I think, you know, I mean, it's a great thing to think about this concept of, you know, our responsibility on this planet. And so I'd like to leave you with this. And I think, you know, and Yasu talked about this notion of diversity, and I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about how AI and technology can help us drive diversity. And I often use this thing to think about diversity. Diversity is this. I talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. You know, diversity is actually being, you know, invited to the dance. Equity is having access to the dance floor. Inclusion is being asked to dance, but belonging is wanting to dance as if no one's looking at you, right? And I think if we can use AI and technology to create a world where everyone is dancing as if no one's looking at them, imagine the beauty that we can create. And so that's what I think we can do. AI gives access to the previous that didn't have accessible, and you know, you can do that within different. You know, AI can help bring communities together. AI can help, you know, bridge the digital divide. AI can help bridge the opportunity gap. All those things we can do with AI, and so let's use AI for good. And if we do that, we can create a world where everyone feels that they're dancing and nobody's looking at them.
Well said. Well said. And thank you both for the valuable insights you've shared here today. I hope you all enjoyed the panel discussion and feel more equipped to leverage the power of technology and artificial intelligence to shape a remarkable employee journey. Looking forward to seeing what the future holds. At the close of this event, the Zoom team will be following up with resources and a summary of what we've discussed here today. Thank you all and enjoy your day.
Thank you to Janine, Yasu, and Earl for such an important discussion. Some of my key takeaways from that session. The concept of the right environment struck a chord with me. By equipping employees with the tools they need, providing training and practice opportunities, and preparing them for any task, we can create this optimal environment for employees. Mixing a strong culture with platforms like WorkVivo fosters communication and connection, boosting employee engagement, especially in dispersed teams. I really liked Yasu's view on AI not standing for artificial intelligence, but augmented intelligence, meaning that it's augmenting humans to enhance their creativity, not replace them. Finally, Earl's closing remarks deeply resonated with me. He emphasized using AI to foster inclusivity and equity in the workplace to close the digital divide and opportunity gap. Remember, diversity is being invited to the dance. Equity is having access to the dance floor. Inclusion is being asked to dance, but belonging is wanting to dance as if no one is looking at you. I don't know about you, but I love to dance. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
If you could swap jobs with anyone in the office for a day, who would it be and why? Wow, what a great icebreaker.
This is really hard because like all of the jobs that my team do are amazing. What job would I do? What job would I switch to?
I think for me, it would be with the executive admin for the CEO. You see everything, you're connected with everything. I would even say you're even more important than the corner office itself. So yeah, I would be the EA for the CEO.
I think I would go back a step in my career to when I was one of the team who were working much more closely with the clients, diagnosing all of the things that were going on inside the organization. We sort of pitch ourselves as like the radiographers of workplace. So I want to get in and I want to see where those broken bones are and the organs that are about to fail. It's quite fun being a bit of a sort of crime scene investigator, telling an organization that's about to fall over. So I think I would just go back a few years in my career and do that. I love it.
What's the funniest thing that happened to you during a remote meeting? I have a 5-year-old grandson. He just started studying English in Japan. So whenever I was on a Zoom meeting with the global members in English, he wanted to show up on my lap to the Zoom meeting. So having my grandson at a very serious meeting made this meeting atmosphere very, very good.
I mean, it's truly not funny, and I had stress dreams about it, but I definitely, accidentally forgot that I was sharing the screen, and certainly started doing other work for another call.
What is one piece of technology that has dramatically changed from when I started my career to now? Well, let me tell you, for sure, the invention and introduction of the usable mobile phone with the flat screen.
First thing that came to my mind was AOL and dial-up and the crinkly noise when you hope that you made the connection and then you prayed that nobody actually made a phone call in and disconnected you from your internet connection.
It would definitely be a portable PC because actually the PC was not portable. It was more what we call luggable. It was a compact that weighed at least 25 pounds.
I went from using my BlackBerry device as a junior lawyer and junior banker to now closing deals or having M&A in my car with 2 kids in the back seat screaming. So you know what? You can do